Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about LiteCoin here and a couple other coins, but to start off, I really just want to say thank you, and I'm enjoying the conversations I'm having in the chat. I'm enjoying the new subscribers. I'm really enjoying this experience and sharing my trading expertise and getting your thoughts on the cryptocurrency world and answering questions. I'm just having a blast. I just want to thank you guys for participating in the channel and for commenting on the videos and yeah, I really just want to say thank you. So I really appreciate that. So let's get on with it. Let's get on and start with LiteCoin here. LiteCoin has kind of been underperforming as of late. It just tends to gradually move up. This thing doesn't like to go down very much, which is very good for anything you're trading, let alone a cryptocurrency. Most of them have these wild fluctuations that can kind of move all over the place, but Litecoin is an exception to that rule. It's very stable. I think the reason being is because it's kind of a, for the lack of a better term, and I'm not dismissing it, kind of a benign technology. It's kind of secondary to Bitcoin in terms of what it does. There's not a lot of hype, but there's not a lot of Litecoin haters out there either. It just kind of does what it does. It does it really well. It doesn't make a fuss. And I think there's a lot of people that don't get as hyped in it, which is the reason why you get these kind of upward pops and long prolonged sideways, what we call consolidations. So we've seen that here a couple of times, and Litecoin is right now just starting to pop out of a big cup with handle formation. If you're not familiar with chart patterns, you will be shortly if you're watching videos like this. And this is a cup with a handle. Typically I'd like to see a little more uptrend, but seeing as how we have a long prolonged uptrend, I think this classifies. But when you're looking at a cup with handle pattern, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at this long curved motion coming up towards the highs, and before it gets to the highs you want to see a little bit of a handle. Okay, so we want to see a little handle form right here, and we're seeing that right here in Litecoin. I'm just going to remove these ones, but we're seeing that in Litecoin here. We have a nice cup, nothing crazy. I mean, there's not a lot of volume action down here. It actually gets pretty quiet towards the bottom, and then boom, it starts on the right side of this cup here. We start to see some volume acceleration, which is actually a very good sign. We see this nice pop to the upside. We come off of this this high level, and we explode above it, and then we consolidate for a few days here. I'm on the daily chart if you noticed. And now here we're starting to accelerate again. If we can break out and get this volume really cranking, then I think Litecoin is going to move up towards this upward trend line here. And I drew this here in the beginning. Reason being is because Litecoin has been trending in this channel very nicely. It's been poking to the upside, which is fine. I don't, it's not bad when these things kind of poke to the top of channels, because they typically will fall back in it, but that's a great time to take profit. So if you would have taken profit anywhere above here or anywhere above this channel area, I mean, you can't be mad at that if you're a short-term trader, if you're just trading these for the swings. So we may get something else like that here with Litecoin. So we may end up taking it here from 55.35 maybe up here to 66. So let's plot that out real quick. So we're looking at about a 20% or so increase just in the intermediate term. Longer term, I think Litecoin's headed much higher, but for intermediate term, we're looking at about approximately a 21% increase in the currency. As far as downside risk goes, unless Litecoin has a very big news event or something, there's risk inherent in every trade, but I would say this is one of the more safe trades you could take. Litecoin's really only failed at what I can see one area, which is right here, but it never even broke out of this. You can see a little symmetrical triangle forming here, and it never really broke out of that symmetrical triangle. See, it failed immediately. So I wouldn't call this a failed breakout, but it's always kind of consolidated and then popped up. So I'm anticipating something like that in Litecoin, maybe today overnight. It's 11 p.m. here in the U.S., in Arizona at least. Or maybe it does it tomorrow, Monday. I'm not sure, but we're looking for a possible 20% pop here in Litecoin. So that's pretty good there. Another one that's actually doing really well is it's not really a top 20 coin, but it's getting there pretty quick, and that's Lisk. If you're not familiar with Lisk, it's basically a platform for developing applications, and there's a few out there. But Lisk uses JavaScript, and JavaScript right now is a very attainable language. It's very simple to learn in terms of programming, and it's really big in the community. So there's a lot of developers out there for it, and it's a newer project, so I don't think that there's a ton of support out there for it. But it's just knowledge. I just don't think there's a lot of knowledge. But looking at the chart, look at all this green volume. Look at this huge explosive move to the upside. And here we have another one explosive to the upside. Now, again, I'm still on the daily chart. I'm going to dive in a little deeper here, but look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 bars, or 5 bars, I'm sorry, 5 bars of really nice green volume. And I mean nice, because if you look at this black line is I think it's the 20-day moving average. If you look at this 20-day moving average, it really flattens out here, and then boom, it just explodes. And the only time you see anything even similar to that is over in this time frame. Now, I think it's a little extended here. If we zoom out, you can kind of see what happens when Lisk really extends itself. But we have much more volume trading on this side than we did over here, and I'm curious if this move might extend a little bit longer. However, I mean, obviously it's pretty well extended, so it's not going to go much higher. But look for a pullback. If it gets pretty deep, you're going to want to buy this, I think, on the dips. The reason that there's a lot of volume here is obviously that's buying. That's people buying Lisk. Someone's taking what looks like a form of a core position, meaning it's something they're going to hold. You know, and that's pretty exciting when you can get in these coins that's a legitimate technology and it's not just a hype coin. And Lisk does not appear to be a hype coin. It appears to be something that's stable and something that is going to grow with the community, because a lot of people don't know C++. It takes a long time to develop those skills, but with JavaScript you can really get up and going and deliver some pretty good applications within about 6 months if you're dedicated. I've actually gone on that journey myself, and I'm pretty good with JavaScript at this point. So I really think JavaScript is a plus that these people are going to have. I think it's really a big plus. And you're seeing that with this large accumulation. So either there's some news event that's going to happen and someone's taking an initial position, or whatever the case may be, but this volume is very, very intriguing. Price-wise, in terms of short-term gains, I think that's going to be minimal from here on out. But if this thing jumps to 20, you know, something like that, I don't mean to put a target out there, but all I'm trying to say, if this thing continues an uptrend without much consolidation, that would be extraordinarily bullish, especially long term, because when these things really run up in volume, they tend to go up for a long time. So those are the two that I'm looking at right now. There's some others, but I'm not going to make this video go any longer. I will mention pay real quick. I've been looking at this trend line on pay. It was recently broken. I took a position, ended up getting out flat because it didn't do anything, but this is on my short list. We've had a big uptrend, nice pullback, and we're consolidating above this prior high right here. So this area is being supported right here at the 8055 level, or somewhere around there. So if you believe in 10x, if you believe in the pay platform, then you know you want to keep an eye on this, because even if it flattens out for a while, you need to be patient. You need to wait for the volume accumulation to pop up before you can really put good money to work. Well, anyway, all right, those are my calls for the day. We're really looking at LiteCoin for a nice pop here. We are looking at, I lost it. Sorry guys, I have too many cryptocurrencies in here. We're looking at Lisk, mainly for a long-term play. But this volume in here is impressive. So, all right, guys, have at it. Let's put some comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. I love doing these videos. And if you like the more technical side, if you like the more research-based side of my videos, just let me know, and I'll put the content out there that you guys are looking for. All right, have a good one.